Para pemirsa, berikut ini saya upload video yang pernah ditayangkan oleh MetroTV pada tanggal 13 November tahun 2016. Ini adalah merupakan bagian kedua dari 5 video. Sesungguhnya senjata biologi itu jauh lebih berbahaya daripada senjata nuklir. Kalau senjata bio disebarkan di pemukiman yang padat penduduknya, mengerikan sekali akibatnya. Selamat menyaksikan.
Heavily populated cities could be at risk. Tokyo, March 20th, 1995. 5,000 people are injured and 12 killed after breathing in a toxin seeping from packages planted by a Japanese religious cult, the Aum Shinrikyo. It was a chemical attack, but the group had plotted several biological attacks. 90% of victims in Africa hemorrhaged to death. It's believed the cult intended to collect virus samples for use in a biological weapon. For the first time, a terrorist group with serious intentions to kill on a mass scale had tried to make such a weapon.
It's absolutely clear that the latent capacity to produce and use biological weapons is increasing. It's also evident that terrorist groups are becoming more inclined to commit indiscriminate acts of mass violence than they have in the past.
What's more, it now turns out that almost anyone can get their hands on the necessary bugs.
Yes, I'd like to place an order here to 0068-562. That'll be Yersinia pestis, Bombay strain.
A former member of a white supremacist group, Larry Harris, showed how easily an extremist could obtain deadly germs. Posing as a medical researcher, he contacted a lab.
I ordered 3 vials of bubonic plague. And basically, get a catalog off the shelf, reach through, call them up, give them a charge card number, and they send it to me. Plain and simple. Yes, that is Yersinia pestis. That is correct. As far as a person getting into the biological business, you need nothing more than a very small laboratory. I could easily work with plague, anthrax, cholera, typhoid, brucellosis, tularemia. It's very easy to obtain.
Harris's only mistake was to pursue one of his orders too eagerly. The police were called in by the supplier of microorganisms, the American Type and Culture Collection. In the United States, it was not illegal to possess lethal bacteria, so all Harris could be convicted of was mail fraud. During the trial, he claimed he was making vaccines to protect himself and his family. He isn't shy of enthusing about germ weapons.
Biologicals level the playing field. Before, you had governments with massive stockpiles of nuclear weapons, with aircraft carriers, with all types of machine guns and stuff of this nature. The private populace did not have these. But trying to use a tank, again, a bottle of germs, is stupid.
For civilians, though, making germ weapons is not as simple as Harris makes out. Growing the bugs and keeping them alive might be easy. But to make them the right particle size, and to produce an aerosol spray or other delivery mechanism, needs more sophisticated technology.
And finer.
Another problem for terrorists trying to make germ weapons is the danger of killing themselves.
Let me set this aside.
Videos produced by extremist groups suggest that simple face masks can protect you from contamination.
Now, you really have some lethal stuff here.
In military research institutes, technicians don't leave their chances to such basic equipment.
It's clear any terrorist that considers producing or using a biological weapon is going to put themselves at some considerable personal risk. And we believe that weighs fairly heavily in their calculations. These are very dangerous organisms.
But it's possible that someone could succeed, despite the risks and technical difficulties. And if they did, the consequences could be devastating. We can realistically imagine a scenario in which a small group of terrorists set out on the Hudson River with enough anthrax to kill 500,000 New Yorkers. They have waited for the right weather conditions. A gentle westerly breeze. They release the germs into the air using a converted paint sprayer, and the lethal cloud drifts toward Manhattan. At first, it would seem like a sudden mass outbreak of flu. By the time the emergency services realized that it was a deadly epidemic, many victims would already be beyond treatment. Hospitals might not have enough antibiotics to deal with the numbers falling ill. There would be panic and chaos as the infections spread.